Yo, what's poppin'? G Money here, and I got some new shit for y'all. I think I'm gonna call it Tales of a Young Black Man. Just some funny ass shit that happened to me in my life or my childhood that I want to tell y'all about or whoever want to listen about. And, we all sit back and laugh about what happened in my bum ass past, homie. But, as y'all know from the title, this is about my first taste of women and their pennies when I was, still in high school and shit. Mind you, I was, 17 and she was, 24, 25, I forgot.
What?
But you not trying to miss this shit because this shit is funny as hell.
Yo, also, for part 2 of story time, let me get to, 5 likes for part 2 or another story time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anyway, back to the topic at hand. School had just lit out for summer break, and it was now August, the middle of, a hot boy summer. But I had just left my man's house after playing 2K and chilling with all my peoples and laughing and all that. But it was now, 11:30, and it was time to get home. But for all those who don't know, I'm from North New Jersey, where people put on their black Air Forces and act up all summer, especially past 10 o'clock. So the minute you go outside, there's big shiesty in the air, you not safe. If you don't got no hands on you, you not safe, feel me? But, I dipped his house and got to walking. But the worst part about this was the North bus schedule. The buses run an hour and a half between each other. So there's a big gap between when the next bus was coming and when I left his house. And I was already waiting for a good 15 minutes outside before I realized that bus was not coming. So I got to walking. And it sucks because that's a long-ass walk. But it's whatever, bro. I got used to walking to school and stuff. I was on the main road home. And for all those who know, I was on Springfield Ave, just walking home. And there was a bus car accident. And they the cops blocked off the whole street. So you had to make a detour down one of the side roads on the number blocks to get home. So I made a detour down the block. Alright, so boom. So I'm walking down the road and I see this lady walking towards me. I kept my head straight. And she ain't walking dangerous, she's not a crackhead or nothing. Kept my head straight. And we about to walk past each other. And the minute we about to walk past each other, a garbage can fell over right next to us, loud as hell, like a thick ass boom or some shit. We both turned around to see what the hell was going on and said we these thick ass demon-eyed New York rat looking back at us. Now, mind you, you see a rat in Newark, that shit normally that fat as hell, fat ass tail, fat ass body, all that. I'm about to get going because that's it was the size of a cat for real. I'm about to get up out of there. The lady turned around and she grabbed me like I was supposed to defend her. Mind you, if you're not my girl or somebody important and you think I'm gonna defend you, if you put me between you and a rabbit ass creature, I'm feeding you to that motherfucker before you can get me eaten for your sake. It's eat, survive, or be killed. I ain't gonna get killed for you shitting me. Hell no. So I'm thinking, yo, she really just put me between her and this rat. I'm about to stiff arm her on some Lamar Jackson shit. You not about to hold me here until the rat just up and disappeared into some the sewer or some shit. So I'm sitting there, the rat is gone, and she's still holding me. I'm like, alright. I managed to peel her scared ass off me. I'm like, you good? You alright? Are you good? Are you straight? Are you okay? She finally spoke yeah, I'm good. I'm okay. That was some scary stuff, huh? I'm like, it's a rat. I'm not about to get eaten for you. I don't appreciate how you try to get me eaten, but yeah, it's alright. It's okay, feel me? And I'll pull my phone out to see how long it takes me to get back to the house despite my detour. And I peep old girl looking at my phone. Mind you, I had an iPhone 6. Chill off me, I was broke, for me. But I had an iPhone 6, and them battery lives do not last at all. Your phone will be charged for 30 minutes in total. Your whole life will be going at 30. And all the niggas had an iPhone 6 and said the exact same thing. That shit was trash, but I love that phone, for me. So I pull my phone out, and I'm like, alright, bet. She was hooking up my phone. I'm like, yo, do you have an Instagram? Oh, yeah, can I add you? I'm like, oh, sure. Followers a follow for me. Added her on the gram and started my long ass trek back to my part of Newark. So by the time I finally got home, it was a good like 12:15, and your boy was tired. My legs was hurting hard as hell. I was sweaty as hell because it was hot as hell outside despite it being nighttime. But I finally got home, laid down, and I finally got a chance to like relax. And like the next day when niggas woke up and whatnot, I peeped shit me up on the gram and wanted to talk. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. Headed back, we started talking that whole day. And I finally asked her like how old she was. Actually, for the sake of the story, it's OD late in the story, we're gonna call her Destiny. And so I asked Destiny, like, yo, how old are you? And she was like 24, 25, which was really mad because she looked like she was like 19, 20. And I'm sitting here 17 as hell, like, yo, she really got some numbers on her. Like, sure you don't pass the two. She grown as hell. I'm like, shit, might be K's. But I wasn't really thinking of macking with her. I just wanted to like talk to her, see like where she was at. But she was OD older than me. And I started asking more questions. I'm like, so you like 20, 24, 25. I definitely forgot how old she was. But I'm like, so like, what you be doing? I'll be raising my son because his father in jail. Strike number 2. I'm like, damn, this really Max. So I'm like, oh, she got a son. And she's 24, 25. This really like, she's really Max. But it's just like, and then the third flag was like, I still think you kind of cute. How old are you? Number 3. I'm like, all right. But it wasn't really number 3. It was like 2.5 for me. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, I'm 17, feel me? But I'm turning 18 next year. Oh, that's not an issue. We can wait if you want to. I said, wait for what? So we can talk till you turn 18, but when you 18, you deaf about to be mine. I'm like, oh, you got a whole son. And you said I'm about to be yours? There was that voice in the back of my head said, you like that energy, don't it? You like that energy, don't it? I'm like, oh my God. But your boy gave her a shot. I'm like, all right, cool.
What did he say?
Cool. I said, so, but you be walking though. She said, oh, no. I just went to the chicken shack, but I have my own wheels. I'm like, oh, that's valid. Very much valid. That's one green strike in her favor. She has an L, and she has wheels, and she has a job. Down my eye, that works out. But what didn't occur to me, that was a heavy ass case. Like, she's a good like 6 years older than you. Talking about you kind of cute. Like, that was some predator ass shit. But we ain't gonna talk about that. So fast forward into like my senior semester, I've been macking with her over the phone and whatnot, and she would pick me up after school, and we'd go back home, and we would chill, go back to her house, and we would chill, or watch Netflix, and I would eat her son fruit snacks while he was at school and shit, and then she'd go take him home, pick him up from school, and drop me at the house. And this was going on for a solid couple months. This was going on until like, I want to say like October, November, and then everything changed, because man, it was some foolishness, bro, on God. And for all those who don't know, my whole family is Jamaican as hell. We all Jamaican. We got flags on the wall. We cook curry goat and oxtail. Yes, we Jamaicans. And my mom is a Christian Jamaican prayer warrior. She be fighting devils with her bare hands, I swear. She be knuckling up with the devil, I swear. She be winning too, like. But I swear, so I remember there was one Sunday my mom found out everything. That was when I finally caught, like, I didn't get my ass whooped since I was like a baby, feel me? Like, I was like 12 or some shit. I did something max. And then, like, from that point, then anything I really did, she kind of just took shit away from me. Or like, you know, you wilding, yelled at me or some shit. She looked at my phone. I remember I left my phone unlocked. And she looked at my phone and peeped that Destiny had texted me like, hey, baby. And her being a mother went through my phone. And when she went through my phone, I need a bev. Shit. That shit busting. But now she went through my phone. She saw all the messages Destiny sending me. And she was like, she got like a mom, like her mom intuition. Like, she just knew something wasn't right with this one. Like, I've talked to girls in the past. I had girls on my phone before. And she never really maxed. Like, she maxed, like, one time. Because, like, she found out it was, like, her boss's daughter. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. We ain't gonna talk about that one. But she had an issue. The way she types, like, she's way older than me. So she's like, she pulled me into her room and was like, how old is this girl? Mind you, she already knew how old she was. But she just wanted me to see if I would cap about it. See if I would be dead ass and tell her. I'm like, oh, she like 18. She like 18, about to turn 19. She slapped the shit out of me. When I say she slapped, she put all the God and prayer warrior into that dragon fist of hers and slapped the shit out of me. Nigga saw stars. I ain't get slapped like that by my mother in the grip. So I'm like, yo, she really just rocked my shit. I'm like, yo, mom, it's not even that. Slap me again. I'm like, it wasn't as max to the first one. Cause I kind of like, I was always ready for that one. She called me. I kind of dipped that one a little bit, but her fingers still clips your boy face. She was like, you out here talking to grown women. I said, how you know she grown? She showed me the messages. She screenshotted it. I don't know how she learned how to screenshot shit on the 6S, but she screenshotted that shit. Her telling me that she was like 24, 25, and me still rocking with her. Son, I'm like, alright, bro. So like, she really like had all the cards on the table. She was looking at me like she knew like everything. She waited for me to cap, waiting for me to do something max, and she already knew like what she was about to do next. I'm like, man, alright, chill, yeah, you got it. I've been talking to her. Da-da-da. She said, Emmanuel, this is a kiss, bomber rise. Well, I'm like, basically meaning like, Lord Jesus Christ, you child have done something max. Like you know, make a Jamaican mother curse. You done something max. Like you know you messed up. And she was like explaining to me like this is high key illegal. If you get caught down bad like this, like she made it seem like I could get in trouble for this. I wouldn't get in trouble, but she definitely would because she was high key illegal as hell. And what she did even further. She texted her, my mother DM'd her off my phone, was like, yo, stop talking to my child or I will be calling the police immediately. I'm like, yo. So, I ain't getting no more rides home. So, then she threw the Digicel. She threw that shit. And if it survived, she didn't care if it survived the throw or not. She threw that shit across the whole living room. Hit the wall, screen cracked up, but the phone still works. My mother left to go to church and I was still home. I had to back off my phone like, yo, like that's really max. My mother caught it. She was like, you know what, I think we should chill. But I still kind of want you. I'm like, nah, it's too hot now. And she's like, it's okay if I get arrested. I still want to see you. I still want to be with you. I said, nah, we can't do this. You max, you gotta go home. And then shorty went the extra distance. Actually, should I put it in a part 2? Nah, I'll put the whole story in this one. Fuck it, we doing this one take. The whole story going in this joint right here. So, we got back. So, I started like, fast forward 2 more months. I didn't hear nothing from her. I got back to talking to other females. Doing what I'm doing, living my high school dream. I'm a senior, I don't really care. Like, I'm living my life. And I see her start like, snooping around on my IG. I'm like, that's cool. You watch my story, I watch yours. And so I started realizing, like, I posted a picture. She would leave heart eyes and emojis under my pictures, even though we've been broken up. And people I be talking to would be like, yo, who was old girl putting pictures? I should family member or something. I'm like, I don't want to be max. Like, oh, nah, I'm talking to her. Because she looked definitely older. But it was like, yo, that's your family member or something. Why she putting heart eyes under your pictures? I'm like, oh, that's kind of max. But she kind of grown herself. So I'm like, yo, you got to chill. You got to relax. Like, and she's like, why? You're not going to make me. So, unfortunately, I had to block her.
Son, once I blocked shorty, she smooth said,
You fool! I have 70 alternative accounts!
Back with off her Finsta, her backup account, all 5 of these pages and more kept following me. So I'm like, nah, she really addicted, yo. So I'm like, yo, listen, for the sake of your kid, yo, please stop hitting me up. Cause like, You blowing my shit now. You went from like something that was casual, something that was max. Now you trying to make this like, you really trying to get bags. So I'm like, yo, nah, you can't do this, yo. But nah, she went that extra distance. But before I even say all of that, I guess the moral of the story probably would be don't get into relationships you know you can't handle. Like, don't jump in some bullshit that you know is either illegal, like that's definitely your case, or you know like you have all the warning signs in front of you and you still do it. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. But thanks for tuning in. This is G Money. Yes, sir. I'll catch y'all next time. Welcome to the family.